How to let go of fear, anger, stress, and worry using the One Tao state. Now, I'm Sifu John Kogan. I'm an internal Wing Chun master and meditation teacher. I lived in Hong Kong for close to 10 years studying in the Ip Man lineage, and I also lived in Cyprus for 5 years studying with the Researchers of Truth, the Christian esoteric teachings. Now, the way to use the state to let go of all the doubts, worries, fears, and blocks within you is twofold. There are a few different aspects to it, but the main two pieces you want to learn to maximize and utilize are intention and alignment. So aligning your mind, your heart, your body, and your energy with your spiritual intention, love, joy, peace, freedom, wisdom, which is essentially alignment with God, essentially alignment with the Christ and God energy. So you're moving up into the power of the kingdom within you through alignment. And the second part of that is surrender and letting go. It's the releasing of the blockages that will help you to elevate yourself out of the lower fields of energy, the lower fields of consciousness. Now, firstly, intention and alignment. So what you want to do is you want to pick a spiritual intent. Christ, love, peace, freedom, power, truth, oneness, the Buddha, wisdom, whatever is that kind of directionality which will lift and start to give your mind, your heart, your body a direction to be vibrationally. The kingdom of God is within, which you've probably heard me say many times. And that wasn't me who originally said that. That's the Christ that taught us that the kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven is within us. Now, what we want to do is focus the mind on that directionally. You know, the Christ was teaching us peace, he was teaching us love, he was teaching us forgiveness. And these frequencies start to raise your vibration into those higher fields where, as you are in a state of joy, of gratitude, of peace, you can't simultaneously be feeling a sense of despair, fear, stress, worry, and anger. It's, you know, those vibrations will be dissolved in that space. You know, it's like you change radio stations almost. So the way to do that is by setting your spiritual intention and then reminding yourself of that constantly throughout the day. You know, another saying that goes along with that is seek first the kingdom of God. So a way to think of that is that you know, as you start your day, you wake up, you pray, you align with higher fields of consciousness, you get into a good emotional quality, like at the beginning of your day, but more importantly, you do it moment to moment to moment to moment, seeking first the kingdom, so that you're accessing that frequency, that level of consciousness, that state, that emotional quality within you. Now that starts to, you know, the more you do it, the more it becomes your baseline, your natural condition. It's like you think of it when someone says they're in a mood, right? They're in a bad mood. Well, that's probably because they've been thinking negatively consistently, so it's become a habitual, wired emotional reaction and way of expressing themselves. So you can condition yourself and your mind to be in the higher fields by continually remembering to go to seek first the kingdom of God, to stay in your spirit, your spiritual intention. Now, the tool we use in our system is we use our center as a reminder, from the tailbone to the crown, from the earth to the crown, so the center of our body, as a reminder to enter into that emotional quality. We call it centering in our intention or infusing the spirit. So anytime you sense your own center, or anytime you sense yourself out of alignment, you bring yourself back to your center and you feel that elevated emotion. You can even imagine someone you love very much to potentiate that feeling quality. And if you want to take it even further, you can use other people as a trigger. So when you see another person, you see their center and remember to center yourself in spirit, in love, in truth, in wisdom, in oneness, in wholeness, in freedom. So you train this emotional and energetic condition to be uplifting. So that's the spiritual intention. Now the other part, and we use centering to facilitate it. Now the other part is surrender and letting go. You know, I think the image of a rocket is a good one. You've got the rocket, which points to the spiritual intention, and the fire that comes out the base, which is like the letting go, the release. Now the release work is your ability to let go of negative emotional frequencies moment to moment. Anger, fear, doubt, blame, worry, complaint, all of the lower fields of consciousness and energy that hold us back from our potential. Now, the kind of mechanics of the letting go process is quite simple, but difficult to apply because most people don't want to actually allow those negative emotions to be present in their experience. Most people like to suppress it, repress it, or ignore it, as opposed to allow it to be there so it can be surrendered and let go. So to put it very simple, in our system, we train to sense ourselves in space. We sense ourselves present, sensing energy. And as you sense yourself, you allow whatever emotional quality which you want to let go of to be there. Rather than resisting it, fighting it, not liking it, thinking about it, you're ruminating over someone who caused it, allow it to be there. Now, something that goes alongside of that is personal responsibility. If you keep blaming someone else for the reason you feel a certain way, you will never let it go because you've put your power to them. This person has made me feel this way. To be completely direct with you, that's complete bullshit. Your perception of a situation is making you feel that way, not what the person did. It's not to say what someone does can be wrong or rude or offsetting or off-putting, but your reaction to it is what's making you feel that way. So that's why you want to take full responsibility for your emotional condition. And as you take full responsibility, you sense it on your space. Now, as you sense it on your space, you can think of it like sensing a sensation. So perhaps you're angry. There's a sense of expansion in the belly, the hands are sweating, your throat's tightening, your face is getting hot. You experience the sensation of the emotion now in the moment with the intention to let it go. So as you sense it, it's like you're saying in your mind, "To thee, O Lord, I surrender this." Now, there's a combination here of surrender, but also devotion. You know, I'm a Wing Chun guy. I mean, a martial artist who practices a Kung Fu system. And one of the principles is directness, right? Meaning you want to be very direct when you're in a self-defense situation. Now, the reason I bring that up is because when you're wanting to let go of emotional issues and problems, I'm teaching you in a direct way, in that the fastest way is through surrender and devotion. So, you know, thinking about it and having therapy and let's say, "Oh, I just surrender this," is not as fast as devotion with surrender. Realizing you are part of God, the infinite absolute beingness, you're a part of something greater. So as you allow that sensation to be on you, you have an intention to surrender it with devotion. Kind of like this, it's like, "To thee, O Lord, I surrender this." So you're allowing it to be on you, you're letting the actual sensation be there as you let it go to God, to something greater. So that's the fastest path, is by allowing that which is greater than oneself, the infinite absolute universe, God, to actually, let's say, dissolve that lower frequency. Because, you know, you'll start to feel more connected, more whole, and more supported. So simply put, intention and alignment, surrender and letting go. You can use the yin yang as a reminder symbol. Intention and alignment, surrender and letting go. They work hand in hand. In our system, we use the center to remember our intention and alignment, to condition our internal world, physically, energetically, emotionally, mentally, to be aligned with spirit, aligned with upward, powerful fields of consciousness. And then we use sensing and syncing, so being aware of yourself in space and letting go of negativities as they arise. So that's the simple two pieces, not so simple, but once applied, they become a habit and a powerful tool to lift you out of anger, fear, doubt, worry, blame, complaint, and all those lower vibrational emotional qualities, and step you into your true power, your alignment with your spirit, your alignment with God. I hope you enjoyed. If you do have any comments or questions, please put them below. Also, if you're interested in these spiritual teachings, then join our free school community. There's a link in the description below where we have a step-by-step curriculum on how to go deeper into this type of meditative practice, a great global community, and access to events and more. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.